Once again, hello for me. My name is Milica, and I'm a marketing manager at Fiscal Solutions. And why is this Fiscal Talk so special? Besides that, this is one live event. Today, our guest speaker will be Darko Pavic, and he's actually
See you.
CEO of Fiscal Solutions and project owner of Ape School. And I guess that you already heard about Ape School, our huge project that is developing every single day. Darko is actually here to answer some questions that often came up to him from our clients, partners, and of course, employees. And that is why Web3. Today we will cover that Web3 topic and actually give probably some insights of why Fiscal Solution is investing in it. Do we see some use in the future and so on? Darko, hello. So please give us a
Hi.
few words about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you again and nice to be here again. And Milica, thank you for inviting me to this spontaneous session. I'm Darko. I'm owner of the company Fiscal Solutions, one of the owners, actually. We have three of them. And by the way, all those three owners are almost 20 years in the company since early beginning. So we established the company and we are still in the company. So this means we are working with passion. We love what we are doing. Otherwise, we would not be here anymore, not for 20 years for sure. And I can tell you, we love the innovations and we love everything what is related to technology and retail. And I'm very happy today to be here to be able to explain why actually Web3. And if I'm talking about Web3, actually, I'm talking about the technologies behind. I'm talking about business concepts behind, opportunities, new ideas, innovations, and all those things which are really, really beautiful and which can help all of us to improve our lives at the end. During this session, I would be really glad to be able to answer the question, why is actually the traditional company like we are, and we are a traditional IT company, why we are doing so much and investing so many efforts in the Web3 space and related technologies. There must be something, and I will explain you today why we are doing that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So I would like, of course, to hear more from you because I really see you as an expert in this. And we are organizing the third masterclass. We have right now we have the database that has I think 1,500 people that were interested in the previous two master classes. So that's
Yes.
a huge number. That is a huge number of people who were actually listening to your lessons.
Yes.
So I would like to know what are actually your predictions for the future.
For us as a company or for the Web3 space? Let's start for
Actually,
us
both.
as a company.
Both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
start with the company. So I think the vision which I have, and I think the vision is very, very realistic, let's say. We will work in the metaverse, all of us. We already started that. We are now a remote company. We have 4 days that we are working at home. So now we have a problem in the company. I'm openly talking about that, to engage the people to connect. What is the best way to connect them? Through the games, through the fun things. And where is the fun happening? In the metaverse. So I would be so happy if some company would come to me and tell me, here is the metaverse-based solution for your employees to get together in this virtual space. I don't have other chance. I have to go this direction. And I will accept these offers immediately. This means the company will transfer from the physical company to the hybrid company, which we are now, and then to the metaverse company. This will happen, and nobody can stop that. That's simple like that. And but why is it like that? Because the problems are otherwise too big. It's very difficult to run hybrid or remote company because you cannot stop somebody on the floor and ask him, hey, how did you do that and this? You don't have this kind of communication. But maybe the floor and the room and the kitchen could become virtual, could become in the metaverse. I would do that immediately. Maybe this can solve our problems. This is for the company. From the Web3 space, I'm totally big believer in the blockchain technology, in the cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and everything what is related with that. I see a huge benefits for the businesses, huge benefits for the private person, and this will be something that is pushing the industry in a certain way to implement it. Unfortunately, I see on the other side also some kind of very traditional way of thinking, which
Yeah.
is stopping this development. Of course, because the centralized companies don't like decentralization. Sure, because they are losing the power, they are losing the everything. So this
Yeah.
means
And actually,
it,
people are hard on changing their habits also.
exactly. But nobody was ever able to stop the revolution.
That's true.
Whatever you do, there is no power which can stop it. So this means it's just a question of time when the decentralization, anonymity, owning your own data, and all these kind of things are getting really, really powerful and really used. So that's why
Yeah.
Web3 space will come. Sure.
Yeah. Definitely. And can you tell us more about that predictions for the future about our company in that
we
Web3?
will we will become metaverse based company for sure.
Yeah.
I
Do you
wanted we
have,
be,
yeah, can you
yes,
tell us like the time scope of when we
but this is
will,
very difficult,
okay,
because it's depending on the solutions. So if
okay,
Facebook, for example, new Meta, is able to provide the solution for the companies, and they are working, by the way, exactly on that kind of solutions, so that we can work better, more efficient, with better communication and so on, I would buy it tomorrow. So this is not depending on the transformation of the company, is not depending on the Web3 space. It's not depending on the blockchain. It's not depending on NFTs. It's just depending on the tools that I can get from the market in order to create better businesses and better environment for my company. So if somebody is coming and telling me this is the perfect solution for you, and I analyze it and I see it, the value, and I see that is really good for us, we will become tomorrow the metaverse company.
yes, actually, I have to mention once again Eurosys, because there we saw some startup company that actually created cards with, so you like buy some bitcoins and you put it on that cards and you can pay with them.
I saw that solution, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like new payment methods. Actually, it's not method because it's the card, but you're paying with different assets, digital assets. So I would like to know, is there somehow affecting us, because that is at the moment happening in America, in United States. But what if that comes up in Europe, in countries we work in? So do
It's
we have to
yeah.
like adapt our solution to that?
Technically speaking, not really, because these kind
Okay.
of things like payment are happening before. So the fiscalization is the end point of the retailer's process. Let's say you
Okay.
take the money and you fiscalize the receipt. So this
Okay.
is, let's say, the last point. So this is not that affecting us from the technological point of view. It's
Okay.
affecting the Web3 space and very positively, by the way, because it's pushing it in a certain way. More people will use cryptocurrencies, more people will learn how to use it. You have to know what you are doing in order to use it, and so on. So this means having many of those companies will help us to get faster in the Web3 space, to move
Yep.
faster. So this is from that point of view, this is very good. From the technological point, we are not really affected by that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. This was really interesting for me, and I'm trying to understand all of it. Okay, I think you prepared a picture. You
Yeah.
sent me
Oh, yeah.
before
I
the
forgot that.
slide. So
Thank you
I
very
think it would
much.
be, yeah, I think it would be really great if you mention
Yes.
that, maybe to let you to speak about it and
Yes.
tell me when you want me to show the picture.
Yes, I will just make a short introduction and then we show it. I will tell you. So, as we started to move in that Web3 space, of course, we are looking always what are the retailers doing, because they are giving the guidelines, let's say, for us to adopt our strategies. As there are many retailers in the world, and big retailers, of course, that are important for us, it was very difficult to somehow to understand what's going on in the world, because there are so many different countries, so many different retailers, and so many different strategies. So as a first, we created the internet page called NFTsinretail.com. So this is
Yes, and this link could be found on in the comments, so
yes.
they can. Okay.
Exactly. And this was the tool for us in the first line, let's say in the first step, to have on one place the complete world picture about retail and what these guys are doing in Web3 space. What are the projects that they are doing, which kind of NFTs they are issuing, to whom are they talking, and these kind of things. So this means whoever in the company finds something around the world, this is going into that homepage, we are publishing it, and everybody can enjoy it. So, but basically we done it for us to have it as a tool. This was the step one. Step two was, of course, to analyze more in detail what are those guys doing. And as we stepped inside, yeah, but you don't need the question and question mark S and so just without that the letters at the
Okay.
end. As we started analyzing everything, we understood and we were shocked, by the way, by the amount of the retailers which are already in the space. And we were totally shocked about the numbers which are heavily increasing. And now, ta-da, please show the picture to
Yes, of
shock
course.
our audience as well. Look at this.
Now they can see you.
No problem. So I can go to the side, something like that.
Yes.
You see that? You see that? That's this over there.
This is really interesting, actually.
Yes, but the most interesting for me is first the total quantity. If you count all of them, this is really already very impressive. And even more impressive is how those numbers are increasing in the last 2 or 3 months. And even more impressive, and this is the third point that you can take out of that picture, is how many companies are preparing the project. And let's say the fourth point, which was shock for me, I thought always the Web3 space is the most interesting for fashion retailers.
Yes.
But if you see this picture, you will find Kaufland, for example, which is actually food retailer, since March doing something in Web3 space.
Yeah,
Carrefour, Starbucks, hospitality, yes. Carrefour, food retailer, hypermarkets, McDonald's, hospitality, Walmart, more or less everything. CVS, pharmacy, and so on and so on. And
it
so on.
says it's in preparation. What does that mean?
This means they have, usually in US, if you want to start some kind of business and if you want to protect the ideas that you have that you want to implement in that business, you can start a legal procedure to protect these ideas. Those companies already created documents to protect the ideas which they have for Web3 space. And if you do that, this means that you have very concrete strategy. What do you want to implement? Everybody can take a view and see what are those ideas, but as soon as it's published, they are owning it, the idea, and you cannot copy it because
So it
it's
means
like a copyright.
Yeah, patent or something like that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's something like that. So this means by that, we are totally sure that they are preparing something. Of course, we don't know exactly in which steps and how it will be created exactly, but we know that something will come. So that's why I think there are even more retailers, but this is just a small part of that. And by the way, there is a Gucci, I think, on the beginning of the line.
Yeah.
Yes, in February already. They are since long time in the space. Since yesterday or day before, I think, there is a big news, or there were big news about Gucci, which is accepting now ApeCoin as a payment method on the POS.
Oh, yes.
So
that's
this
what
means,
I'm talking about.
Yeah, the thing is happening. And by the way, there is a very big market analysis from Deloitte. So maybe you can remove now the picture.
Yes, of course.
So let's remove it. So there is a very interesting market analysis from the company called Deloitte. I think everybody knows this company, done with PayPal, together with PayPal. They analyze the retailers in US about their strategies for the cryptocurrency, acceptance of the cryptocurrencies in the stores, in the e-commerce environment, and in general. And the result was unbelievable, at least for me. 85% of the companies are working on the cryptocurrency under high pressure. So this means they see introduction and integration of the cryptocurrencies in own businesses, means back office and front office, as a highly important, and they're already starting doing something. 65% of those companies already have the projects which have to be implemented in the period between 12 and 48 months. Can you
So
imagine?
I definitely wouldn't say that this is just a hype. If we have like the
But
real
now,
companies, huge
yes.
companies, yeah.
And now for us as a company, to be honest, I don't care if it's hype or not. My customers are doing it. So either I will be able to provide them services and solutions or not. They need it, they will do it with me or without me. That's the reason why we are moving towards Web3 fiscalization.
Yes. Web3 and fiscalization. That will definitely be a future. So
Nicolina is just writing. I remember when the
yes,
list was almost empty. Yes, this is dramatically fast, which is just happening in the space.
yep, I can agree with it. Actually, we were somehow included in this project. And I'm so proud that we have that team that wants to learn about it. It's really important. And I think it's really interesting in the first place. Of course, in the links, you can find our LinkedIn profiles. So feel free to type here. Also, we have Discord channel for Ape School project. So you can join us there. We are talking about the crypto topics a lot, and you can ask us a lot of questions. We are not financial advisors. Darko always says that he's a technical guy,
Yes.
but he will give you the advice he thinks it's the best. I actually won't give you advice. My advice is come and join our master class that starts on
This is
August
the best
8th.
one.
Yeah, but definitely that's something you should do. So we are starting on Monday. That's 8th of August at 7 p.m. The first lesson will be basics of the blockchain technology, which is like core of the whole Web3 space. So join us and see if something is interesting for you to hear, especially if you're a legal entity and especially if your company wants to go in that direction, all along with these retailers we showed you in the previous picture. So it was my pleasure, and I would say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys for the comments. This was really vibrant chat, and thank you, Darko, for your time. It was a spontaneous event, but it was great.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it a lot, by the way, as well. So, especially because it is like it is. It's not prepared, it's very spontaneous. So, I liked this a lot. I hope I was able to clarify and to explain the strategy of the company, why we are doing what we are doing, and what is the vision that we have for the future. If not, just connect with me or with us, and we can organize a separate meetings and run through all those points additionally and explain more in detail whatever is needed. So, I'm there for you. Thank you very much, Milica, to you and to all our guys which are in the audience. See you soon.